Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? This morning's a little late. Good morning, good morning. How are you this morning? I am living, so yay. Oh, maybe we'll get a few in here. Whew. We may not. Of course, nobody knew I was coming on, so. Morning, Brenda. Well, morning, Red. You're supposed to be asleep. How come you're not asleep yet, Red? You been yapping. Oh, you're hyped up on tea? No, I just opened this, so I'll be up for a while. I may be running back and forth to the restroom. Because I can take a few drinks of that and my eyeballs start floating. Oh. Well, I did my meeting this morning. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb y'all. I did end up getting a standing ovation. Even by the police officers. Hey, Wendy. How are you? And I figured some of the police officers would be upset. Hey, Mr. J. But I let them know how important our officers was. I also let them know how important that them wearing their body cams and leaving them on, period, was not only protecting them, but also protecting the citizens. Hey, Abe. I let them know that I thought if they turned it off once, they should get a written reprimand. If they turn it off again, they should lose their job. Because if they're turning it off, there's a good chance they're up to no good. And I also let them know that if a person has complaints against them, that they need to be checked better than what they're being checked. And that if they have so many complaints against them, they either need to take a schooling. If they do not take that schooling and do like they're supposed to do, then they lose their job, their body cams. When they're on duty, there is no reason for those body cams to be turned off. Period. It protects them. It protects the citizen. And if they turn it off, they should get a written warning one time. If they turn it off again, they should lose their job. Yes. I also told them that I understood the brotherhood. But if you're a good cop and you know that there's a bad cop and you do not turn him in because you're afraid you're going to be reprimanded, then you then turned into a bad cop. So, I got a standing ovation from the people and the officers. So we'll see if we still get to keep our sheriff's department. That's right. That's right. As soon as you see something and you do not report it to your superior officers, once you report it to your superior, it's on that superior to do something. If that superior does not do anything, then they are therefore a bad cop and things needs to go to the press. So but anyway, every one of them agreed, and it shocked me. I mean, it shocked me. Every one of them agreed. Even the county commissioners agreed. So anyway, we shall see. Well, yeah, especially with what's going on now. People can say they did something, and if they have that camera off, they have no way to prove they didn't. So anyway, oh, did you see them live in concert? I've never got to see them, but I love their music. Oh, I did bring up in the meeting also that I thought the sheriff's department ought to teach civilians with everything that's going on right now. They need to teach civilians how to protect themselves legally, how to protect themselves with firearms if they're able to have a firearm. And they brought it up. They asked, the commissioners asked if that would be something that they would be interested in doing. And the sheriff said yes. No, I didn't, Wendy. Thank you. Oh my goodness. There you go. Oh, you're a happy little fish. You better thank Wendy. She reminded me. You got free tickets? That's awesome. Well, I fed him. He eats 3 times a day. And I already fed him twice. I just hadn't fed him late tonight. He's going to be a fat little fish. But the sheriff said that he would be interested in teaching us how to do a kind of a neighborhood watch. How to kind of stand our ground if we need to. He prefers not to have to, but he's going to teach us if we need to. So we get to get a little bit of training. Don't know when that'll start. Because like I told him, I said, if something happens, and you can't get out of here, and we got a mob coming, we're going to know what y'all want us to do, what we can legally do, what we can't legally do. So anyway, so far everything's looking pretty good. So what have y'all been up to today? I know Brenda and Red's been talking. I interrupted their conversation. Yeah, they got sent to me. I told y'all, even before I ever got that deal, there was something going to go down on the 4th. I just knew it would. Because there's a lot of people out there that don't know the difference between gunshots and fireworks. Oh, y'all had been talking over 2 hours? Oh, wow. Yeah, you're a little safer than us as far as the police goes. You see, I live right at 25 miles from the sheriff's department. Hey, brother. Hey, Uncle Al. She took off, Uncle Al. Uncle Al said, hi, Kate. She says, hi. See, we used to have deputies that lived right. We don't have it now. They retired. I mean, if you hear a siren coming through here, everybody's going to the door to see what's going on. Because that's something you don't hear very often. You might hear one about once every 4 or 5 years. We set up one night, we was watching, we was laughing. We had a high-speed chase going on. I knew the guy that was chasing That's besides the point. Yeah, I've been telling people not to go and watch the fireworks. If you want fireworks, get you some, bring them home. If you live in town, you go out to family that lives out in the country that you know you're okay with, but there's so many that won't listen. But our deputies, they will have the deputies and the deputy reserve deputies um, at the fireworks display. Plus, they'll have units um, out and about. And if I heard them right, I think they're hiring 9 of the 11 police officers that got laid off. So anyway, that's if I heard it right. Oh, I understand. How's Andy doing, Brenda? I don't know why when I get on here I start yawning. Oh, are they going off right now, Mary? That's what I'm afraid of. Oh, I know, Uncle Al. There's no law in LA either. You mean there's no law against them putting off fireworks, or there's no law enforcement, period? Oh, I imagine. My eyeballs burning. That may have just made it worse. Oh, I ain't never forgot about that bombing. The only ones y'all see are in helicopters. Oh, wow. Well, that's good, Red. That's good. But what worries me, if you go as the crow flies, not as the road drives, but if you go as the crow flies, about 10 to 12 miles that way is the ammunition plant. And they make bombs. So, yeah. It's okay. It's okay, Mary. Yeah, that's very scary. I've always hated living out here close to that thing. I mean, I love my property, but if I could pick it up and put it somewhere else, I would. Oh, Paul, yeah, that's right. You said Paul worked at the ammo plant. Yeah, but the thing of it is, Uncle Al, they're mighty slow. I mean, mighty slow. They could have nipped this crap in the butt. I need to order some, Aid. I need to order some. But what pisses me off is they've sat there and let this crap go on instead of squashing it to begin with. They could have squashed them like bugs, and all this mess would have been over. But no, it's stewing and stewing and stewing. But I'm just a stupid old country girl, so what do I know? But I had to get off Facebook because I seen my heart turning, and it was turning to a dark place that I don't want to go. But my heart was turning to a very dark place that I didn't want to go. So I had to get away from Facebook. You know, I've always been the type of person that loved everyone. But it got to the point I was seeing people were posting things that were friends of mine about all the white people needed to be wiped out. Let's just say I no longer consider them a friend. I consider them an enemy. I've got to get body armor too. But when I seen how I was turning, I had to leave Facebook. I had to. Oh, I know, Red. And one of my friends said that. So now they're no longer a friend. Yeah, they are no longer a friend. I just got it tonight. And if I start seeing any of that racist crap on there, I'm just deleting it. I'm not. I'm just going to block it. Oh, you can't anymore? And I can't go down that dark hole. You know, the old devils try and drag you in when you start getting hate in your heart. So I had to get away from there. Well, so far, knock on wood, I've just been on MeWe tonight. And so far, I haven't seen any racial stuff on there yet. Now, tomorrow I may get on there and have a freaking page full. But I will be having morning, Virginia. Hey, bee lady. I do have a page set or group set up on there for my homestead. I will start posting when I have videos. I'm going to start posting my videos in there. I encourage y'all to do the same thing. Post your videos in there, and that way other people will know they're there to watch. So I got a question for y'all. It's kind of a quiz. I want to see where y'all stand. What is the first thing you should prep? I know what I feel the first thing is that should be prepped, but I want to know what you think the first thing is that a beginner should prep. It wouldn't allow you to scroll. Ding, ding, ding. One has the same that I think. Me and B lady think the same thing. Because you but can live 3 weeks without water. You can't, I mean, without food, but you can't live 3 days without water. So my deal is, I think the first things you should prep is store up water, get you a filtration system, fix you a way to purify that water. If you can't boil it, you sure need those little tablet thingy bobbers. But to me, the first thing and the easiest thing for a person to prep is water. Then I would say food. This is thinking, well, you already have a shelter. I'm thinking you already have a shelter. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I think my first video on the new deal I'm going to be doing is over water. Then we'll start going with food. And then maybe kind of how to secure your home a little better than what it is. Because let's face it, y'all, I live in a blame mobile home. I got an Alexa Pure, Mary. It's about $100 cheaper than the Berkey. Drums or jugs, yes. And also, you need to fix your water catchment system up from your house. Because you can put that water through your filtration system. And if you have a stove in your house and a pan, you can boil it if you need to. It's an Alexa Pure. Go to mypatriotsupply.com. The 3 groups. I don't know. What do you mean the 3 groups? Yeah, you can boil it outside for a fire. But the first thing you need to do, as I feel, is secure water. Yes, Aid, that's what I'm talking about, is getting some sandbags. Yeah, I believe you just leave off the E. Hold on, I'll look. Oh, maybe a platform? Okay. I can't remember if it's P-U-R-E or P-U-R-R. But just go to water filtration system at mypatriotsupply.com. They used to sell them on Amazon, but Amazon won't sell them no more. I think because it has to do with Alex Jones. But whatever you do when you prep, please don't prep things you won't eat. Because there's nothing worth. See, I can't even talk worse than putting something in your mouth that you don't like and trying to choke it down and you sitting there gagging. Now, for me, I hate beans with a purple flippin' passion. I do not like pinto beans. I will gag. I will eat them. I don't like them. My husband loves them. So I stock up plenty on them. But I will eat the little black can of ranch style beans. I like them. But I cannot handle pinto beans. But Rick loves them. I hate them, but Rick loves them. Now, if I wouldn't have to have them over once a week, I could choke it down and keep it down. I have got to see that. Is it a new one, Uncle Al? I can't stand pinto beans. I cannot, and I'm gonna tell you why. Most everybody in here doesn't knows why. 6 days a week, we had beans and taters for lunch and dinner. And if Mama changed it up, it was taters and beans. Sundays, I was wishing Sunday would never end, because Sundays we got to have fried chicken or pot roast. Hey, Brandon, but for 6 days a week, for 18 flipping years, I had beans and taters. It got to the point I would do without food for 4 or 5 days and just drink water because I could not choke those beans down. I could put them in my mouth and they'd come right back up. And it's took me darn near 30 years to tolerate them again. Yeah, it was good, solid eating. Oh, but lands, oh lands. And what bothered me is, okay, we always killed cows, we always raised calves and butchered them. We always raised pigs and butchered them. And we always had chicken. But yet, every flipping meal was beans and taters except for the mornings. We did get a breakfast of the mornings. Hey, tell her that you want that goat. Well, I weighed 120. I was 5'8" and weighed 125 pounds. Pretty much, skin's just stretched over our skeleton. Make pasta, dumplings, and bread and all and cookies. Okay. Now, do you have to cook them and let them dry first, Uncle Al? Or do you just grind them up as they are? There you go. There you go, Red. Just grind dried beans. Okay. I might could handle that. I had to give it a try. But I tell you what, ooh, 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 ooh. Just the thought of having to eat beans. That's about your frame and weight. So, really, can you do a video on them, Uncle Al? Because I've never heard of such a thing. He said you take dried beans and grind it up into a flour. Maybe he'll do a video on them. Now, do you bake your donuts or do you fry them? I don't know. I'd never heard of them either. I'd never heard of turning beans into flour. But Uncle Al knows all this stuff. Yeah, a lot of people will make those cake donuts and they'll bake them instead of frying them. I fry them. Hmm. I can see me in there grinding beans and Rick coming in there asking me, what am I doing? I'm making flour. I'm assuming probably any type of dried bean or pea. Oh, I don't care for black-eyed peas either. Because if we wasn't having beans, we was having black-eyed peas. Well, thank you very much for that information, Uncle Al. I think he's talking about if you're in a situation where you can't get flour. And if you have plenty of beans on hand, you can make flour out of it. The fat girl here has plenty of flour. I like my biscuits and gravy. Uh-huh. Well, the thing of it is, once you grind them red, it's not going to be near as bulky as the bag of beans were. And you can go get corn from the feed store and make your cornmeal. It don't necessarily have to be the cleaned corn because shit, you can clean it yourself anyway. No, I had plenty of it, Mary, so I didn't have to. But Rick, when he got paid, he would go by Walmart and see if they had TP. And if they had it, he would grab one deal and bring home to replace what we had used. I buy the 20 or is it 20 or 25 pound bags they have it. Walmart. Because shit, that's really the only grocery store we have around here. And that pisses me off so much. But I had yeast. Because when I buy yeast, I buy it in those bags. It's about like, let me go see if I can find one. Barry, you're in a bad spot, bub. Well, Poot, I've been rearranging stuff and I can't find what I did with it. But anyway, it's a little bag about this. It's made like a brick and it's vacuum sealed. I believe it's called 5-Star. I believe the name of it's 5-Star. I'm thinking about getting bay leaves and just crushing them up and scattering all over my whole blame house. I tell you what. After we bought that, got that used refrigerator. Just a heads up. Take it from my experience. If you get a used refrigerator, plug it in outside, let it run for 2 or 3 weeks. Don't just bring it in your house. Because if somebody had bugs, now you got them. I have been fighting them little buggers. Me and them bugs, we've been fighting. Oh, really? Yes. Yes, Uncle Al. If you can get away from not having to buy a used refrigerator, if you can get a new one, trust me, get the new one. I have been fighting them little bastards like crazy. You kill one and 1,000 more show up in his place. You should have seen me stomping. We couldn't get that stupid refrigerator out of this house fast enough. Honey, I don't delete it I think it just automatically deletes, and I don't know how to stop it from deleting. Well, Red, if you can get a new one, get a new one. Don't get a used one. Mothballs? Put it behind everything? So my house is going to smell like an old woman's house, but I don't care if it'll get rid of them buggers. Will it kill them? Or will it just run them off? I want them dead. Logged up. Oh, they run off? Okay. Right now, I have the one huge freezer and then the freezer that's on the ice box. But when I get that room finished, what I'm thinking I want to do is get some not tiny freezers, but not huge ones either. Put one for chicken, one for pork, one for beef, and then I'll have one for venison. The beef would have to go in my huge one. I just want to get rid of them. I'll throw mothballs and bay leaves all over the place if that'll get rid of them. Because diatomaceous earth does not work. Don't let anybody tell you it does, because it does not. If it does on theirs, then they just had weak roaches. I've had those, Uncle Al. They don't work. It's like it feeds them. I've used Combat. I've used the motels, the spray, stuff you go all through your house. I've used the diatomaceous earth. And it's like everything just fertilizes them buggers. I'm going to have to do something. Oh, you got the ones from Japan? Well, I need to know how to get a hold of them, Uncle Al. Because the ones you get at Walmart suck. Ugh. What, fries them? Can you send me a link where to get them in my email, Uncle Al? like a bug zapper. It don't work. It don't work. I tried that too, Duncan. I don't have problems with ants. I don't have any problems with ants, but by golly, it's like you can't get rid of them other things out of a mobile home. I think it's because the way they make the walls. Well, my mama told me to get sticky traps too, but my gosh, my dogs would be in the sticky traps. And if it wasn't my dog, it'd be my cat, because let's face it, y'all, she's a little bit tardy. Well, I'm trying when I've been redoing everything and I've been going over everything with caulk. But you know, them stupid things, they eat liquid nails. The buggers eat glue. I wish I could tin it. I ain't got no other place to go to other than the cabin. And I don't know what it cost to tint this bugger. Oh, they're coming from outside. They're you walk out in our woods here. You can walk out in the yard and you can see them through the grass go into the house. It pisses me off. I don't know if it's because Oklahoma is just so humid that it's just a fertile ground for the buggers or what. Well, this is a heck of a conversation to talk about tonight, ain't it? Bugs. If I had a big enough propane torch, girl, I would. But you can watch a house burn. You can watch a house burn down and you'll still see them bastards crawling through the ashes. It's crazy. It's like they got 9 lives. I've seen them in the microwave. So I wouldn't turn the microwave on to fry them. It don't kill them. They will just run around in there. How in the heck can a microwave not kill them? Yeah, they do. They're wood roaches. And I ain't figured out how a microwave don't kill them. Yeah, they're prehistoric. Yes, they are red. They are. And it's like, is there any killing them? Yeah, they'll be back. Yes, they did. Yeah, they can survive. I believe that because they can survive a microwave. Buggers. Oh, girl, just go look up bugs of Oklahoma. We have an infestation of bugs, period. It's like Jiminy flipping Christmas. Well, I tell you what, that may be the only way I can get rid of them is start eating the buggers, but I don't want to eat them. But yeah, you can go out in the woods. Like if there's a tree down, you like a rotting tree, you can bust that tree open and it'll be full of them. I know you have no idea where they have been. Oh yeah, they'll go in the house. They also call them like the German roaches or something. I don't know. They're a pain in the arse. I'll tell you that much right now. I don't think the drier, colder regions has to do with them like we do. Yep, because they will come up through your pipes. Yes, I do need house chickens. I told Rick I was going to turn them loose in the house. I've got tree frogs everywhere. I've been telling him I'm going to go catch tree frogs and put them in the house. I don't have ants. I don't have mice. I don't have water bugs in the house. But I got them other bastards. Not Uncle Al. If you happen to think of it, if you can send me a link to that, I'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. Because I'll buy them damn zappers for every room. But, oh, they're a pain in the butt. Yep, you can throw them in the stove. The stove will get hot enough to kill them. But yeah, they crawl all the wood. They're just nasty little buggers. Nasty. Morning, Trine. A skunk? 'Cause I don't know what a skink is. Oh, y'all are getting those hissing roaches there? I've seen them in McAllister. I have not seen any here. Oh, skinks, lizards. I might turn some lizards loose in my house. As long as they eat bugs. Oh, thank goodness, Trine. Yeah, they do. They do. They hiss. They're called hissing cockroaches. And they're big. People brought them over here as pets. And, well, they went crazy from there. And who in the hell would want a cockroach for a pet? I wouldn't mind waking up next to a lizard as long as it ain't a snake. I don't know where they brought them in from. It was China, Japan, or India, somewhere through there. They shipped them in. And people were buying the stupid thing for pets. Yeah. And you know how they breed. Knock on wood, we don't have any in our area, but I have seen them in town, like the dumpsters. No, I ain't had no killer hornets. But of course, I have praying mantises everywhere. Now, I used to have a pet rat. I was a kid. And I've had hamsters, and I've had gerbils, had a guinea pig. Yeah, I had a black and white rat. Its name was Buddy. I could put a sunflower seed in my mouth, and he'd come up and pull it out and sit there on my shoulder and eat it. Guinea pigs drive you nuts. They, to me, they do when they start doing their chirping or hollering or whatever you call that. I like ferrets. I used to have a ferret. Rats are really sweet. They're very intelligent animals. Buddy got probably about that big from head to butt, and his tail was probably about that big. Oh, land, yes, Mary. It's like a brown haze out there. It's not quite as bad as it was 2 days ago. It is still rough. Oh, I've got dogs and cats now. I don't have a rat no more. My rat got old and died. I've held snakes. They're just not my favorite. Well, shoot, the dust has never left us. You'd think that the blame uh, Dust Bowl again. Oh no. Yeah, you would think it would have landed in the ocean, you know? Y'all haven't had any dust there. I don't know how in the heck y'all didn't get it and we did. But we've sure had it. It probably did, John. It probably messed with your sinuses. Yep, you got to wear a mask around here. Dust is bad. And I've got to go out and mow tomorrow out in the middle of all that crap. I got to go let some water out, y'all. I'll be right back. Sorry, I had a cat that said she needed to be fed. Oh, you had a bees to get in your garage? Oh, is today the primaries? I'm from Oklahoma. Trine's from Oklahoma. Duncan is from Missouri. Red's from West Virginia. Mary, I think, is from LA. Oh, Virginia. All right, bee lady, you take care, sweetheart. You have sweet dreams. Oh, yeah, Wendy's in New Mexico. Aid is from UK. He's my brother from across the pond. We're trying to get him to the States. I might have to go to bed for too long. Oh my gosh, I've already been on here over an hour. I can't remember where Brandon's from. Oh, and Chipper's from Arkansas, I think. But he works in Oklahoma. You surprised I was live this early? Well, I hadn't been to bed yet, so I just thought, heck, I'll go spend a few hours with the people. Or an hour with the people. It'll turn into a few hours probably. You know how it is. It's 4:10 a.m. here. And I think 8 is 8 hours ahead of me. I think. So it'd probably be about 2 p.m. there. But you're heading to work, right? Or are you off today? Oh, it's 10:10 a.m. Oh, he's 6 hours ahead of me. Okay. I was thinking you were 8 hours ahead of me. Well, 8 would have just put you at noon. Oh, you're off today. Did you ever find you a helper? Well, usually I come on about midnight or 1 or 2. Today it happened to be 3 something. I'm sorry your helper didn't work out, Aid. If I lived up there, I'd come help you, but I don't want to live in the city. Well, I tell you what, I went out there tonight to put my chickens up, and I only have 2 of the Cornish rocks left because hawks and coyotes. One of my little chickens that I hatched was outside the pen. 2 Cornish rocks was outside the pen. And the ducks was still waiting outside the house, and it was 10 o'clock at night. Oh, you woke up just after Sister Kate's live stream? I was beginning to think you never really did sleep, Aid. I thought, oh, my lands, he's got my hours. He never gets sleep. Yes, ma'am, I do. I haven't done any in a few weeks. It's mainly been live chats. But a lot of times my live chats are outside with where my animals are because, well, they're nosy animals. Red, was you in here the other night or the other day when I was on live and Lena opened the door and the goat came in? She just come in here like she owned the place. Yeah, she come in like she owned this place. I had to get her corralled out and get her out the door. She's into everything. I think it was the day that Lena was showing y'all. Oh, I don't remember what she's showing y'all. She's a mess. But anyway, she's trying to let the dog out and the goat come in. One went out and one came in. Oh, well, Mary, I used to have a rooster. Get this. He would come knock on the door and come in. I'd get his feed, pick him up. He'd sit there and he'd eat his feed. I'd get my loves and hugs from him and put him outside. A few hours later, he'd come back, knock on the door, wanting more food and loves. But his name was Rue. I don't know if it was a coyote got him or a hawk. Boy, it pissed me off. Oh, Rue would cuddle. Rob wouldn't cuddle, but he'd come knock on the door for me to bring him some food out there. And then a coyote got Rob. Then I was pissed off again. Oh, you had a parakeet that would ride around on your shoulder? But now most of the chickens I have are not. Well, the Cornish crosses are love babies. I'm going to have heck trying to butcher them, y'all. Because they want loves. I wish I could find chickens that was as lovable as the Cornish cross. Because they are sweet. Some of them lay up until they're about 5 years old. They usually lay average 500 eggs in their lifetime, something like that. Well, you just keep your eye on him, though, once he gets older, Red. Because once they get to that age where they're frisky, barred rocks usually turn mean. But like my laying hens, I will not kill my laying hens. They will die of old age. Yeah. The barred rock roosters, they get mean. They ain't as mean as a Rhode Island red. They will get mean. And it's usually when they're about, well, okay, let me take that back. Usually when they hit 2 or 3 years old is when their temper comes out. There you go. Oh, honey, I'm very good at Taiwanese. I am extremely good at Taiwanese. So you're good there. Taiwanese is my second language. Hopefully he won't. Hey, young Tasmania with Tori. I called you Lori. I'm sorry. Tori, how are you doing, babe? You're in Australia, right? Honey, my fingers have a mind of their own. My mind has a mind of its own. My mouth has a mind of its own because it never says what's on my mind. Yeah, I knew we chatted the other night. I was trying to remember if he was in Australia. How's everything going over there? Tori will be my sister from down under. And man, since I had the stroke, my brain, my mouth gets so tongue tied. Let you think about that one. Oh, well, Tori, let's just hope y'all continue to not have any cases there. They said my county that I live in has 55 cases now. Or not now, but since all this crap started, we've got up to 55 people in my county and 3 deaths. But we've had 3 deaths. I know 2 of the deaths, and 2 of the deaths were not from COVID, that they counted it as COVID. Oh, sweetie. Well, that's good y'all had that low, but let's just pray that spike just decreases. It's winter time over there for y'all, right, or fall? But y'all are getting cold weather now, right? Oh, my fingers are crossed, honey, because they say that they say it gets worse in the fall and winter. Y'all, I've got to try to find me some cough drops. My throat is getting sore. I talk too blame much. Maybe I don't have any. All right, night, Red. Love you, girl. Oh, thank you, honey. Well, it's got to the point that I had to get off Facebook. I've always been the type of person that I loved everybody. It didn't matter color, it didn't matter religion, it didn't matter what. But things is it was turning me into a person I didn't want to be. So I had to leave Facebook. So now I'm using that MeWe. Oh, that's good. But people's going nuts here. A certain color of people thinks that all white people should be killed. That not all those people think, just the Democrats and liberals. They want all white people dead. It is. It's insanity. It is. And when one of my friends that is has more of a certain color in her than I do posted that, I was just like, well, I'm done. I do. I carry my gun. I got my baby I carry with me. Good night, Wendy. Or, yeah, Wendy. Check my email. Okay. Yeah, they want anyone that doesn't think like them dead. It's just crazy. Crazy. Oh, wow. Stayed with her 2 weeks, except for the last one. I need my knees replaced. Well, thank God here in Oklahoma, we have constitutional carry. We don't have to have a permit, but you can't have a felony or anything like that against you. You can't have mental illness. Can't have a felony. What else can you not have? There's something else. I don't remember. Oh, I think so too, Trying. I think so too. They get you up moving, but not bending or lifting. Yeah, they are. They are the safest. People don't try to screw with you because they know there's a possibility you may have a gun. I pray. I pray to the Lord above. I never have to use that gun on another human being. Yet you can't have alcohol and have a gun in your presence. Oh, and you can't have smoked the wacky weed and carry one either. Oh, you were an exchange student? That's cool. Yep. Well, you can have the card. You can have that card. But if you've smoked it, that has to be out of your system before you can carry a gun. When they run out of fireworks, they start with guns. Hmm. Well, we don't do that here. We save our ammo. Yeah, in the beginning they said you couldn't, but you can now. You can now, which I think is pretty stupid. Well, I mean, not that you can have one. I think it's pretty stupid you can't carry one because you're going to be the SOB that they're trying to take the pot from. You ought to be able to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if anybody's ever seen a pothead, they ain't going to be going out just shooting people. All of them I've ever just seen sit on the couch going, yeah, man. Yeah. I've seen people that I'd rather be around when they're doing their smoking. At least they carried on an intelligent conversation then. They get philosophical on you. But they can have very deep thoughts. They can have very deep thoughts. But I guess well, of course, I hadn't been around many, but I've never seen an angry pothead. Yeah, when the pizza delivery shut, yeah. Oh wow, Mary. Oh, they wouldn't even use it for that. They wouldn't use it for that. They'd go in, dig around their pockets, say, "Oh man, I don't think I got enough money, man." Hey, Highland Homestead. Yeah, I would a lot rather see a pothead with a gun as an alcoholic with a gun. Because I've seen some mean alcoholics. I thank God when Rick drinks and he gets a little tutored, he's a happy little camper. I'm so glad I ain't married to a mean alcoholic like I used to be. But my first husband, he'd go out and drink, get so drunk, he'd piss down both legs. That's just so nasty. I'm just saying all the ones I've seen, Abe. All the ones that I've seen and know personally, yeah, they're not that way. They're just, they can't be bothered with anger, man. I've got a cousin that, Lord, I think he lives on that crap. His poor little old brain's fried, but he's the happiest little camper you ever seen. He'll come up laughing. How you doing, man? Oh, really? My ex-husband wasn't a very happy happy. He wasn't a very happy drunk. I was a happy little drunk. I got along with everybody. It is almost impossible to piss me off. And Rick's the same way. But my gosh, I hadn't drunk as far as drink. Probably 25, no, 15 to 20 years, I guess. Hey, Byron. How are you, honey? You was a happy one too? I was too. I was too. I would sit and laugh. But I love to dance. You put the music on and I was dancing. I was just a happy little, I was just a happy little camper. But I'm having a Pepsi. I'll have to leave here in a few minutes and go put on the coffee because Mr. Brown will be getting up in a little bit and he'll want his coffee. But it won't take me long to put the coffee on and then I'll come back. How's the weather, Highland? Are y'all getting any of that dust from the Sahara? Because we are getting it bad here. Oh, trying. Byron's from up around by where you're at. Kinda. But I am gonna start a prepper 101 and we're gonna start doing it pretty hard and heavy. So y'all get ready for those. Night, Brenda, love you. Byron, how's it going up there where you're in your part? Unpinned Records, his name is Byron. He lives in OKC. And he did a live stream the other day that was 6 hours long. I was like, how in the world do you do that, son? He did it. I ran out of things to say in an hour, and then y'all start talking, and then I start talking again. Yeah, he lives in the big city. Hey, Jareth, or am I speaking to Todd? I don't know which one it is. Oh, yeah, I did, but it wasn't good. I meant to. And I used to, when I first started YouTube, boy, I could sit and talk because I had people in the chat, on the screen with me. And we'd sit there and talk for 8, 10 hours. Jared's still snoring. How you doing, Todd? You getting up to go to work? How crazy is stuff where y'all are at? Y'all are in Louisiana, right? Has the hate crap got crazy there? I tell you what, if things get any worse, I just hope God just takes me on away because I don't want to see no more of this mess. I won't do nothing to make it come any faster, but I just hope he sees in his heart to get me out of this mess. I don't want to see none of it. They stay away from crazy. Well, then maybe they'll stay away from me. How's Miss Butterfly? Now, did y'all breed her to another mini? Very dry, no rain. Oh, she can't be too spoiled. I'm gonna tell you what. You want to talk about spoiled? I sat in here the other day. Granddaughter opened the door to let a dog out and a goat come in. I like to never got that goat out of here. She did it on a live stream. Oh, you're gonna do AI? Really? Is it real bad up there? I mean, has it always been bad up there? I got a rabbit that'll come in. I mean, I don't have a rabbit that'll come in. I got goats that'll come in. And I have chickens that'll come in if you leave the door open. I used to have a rabbit in here. I gave the rabbit to Dirt Patch Evan. But I tell you what, yeah, she just come in, started acting like she owned the place. Oh, a micro mini bull. Is it expensive to have them AI? Oh, once a year y'all had flare ups in the old neighborhood. See, we never had such a thing here, so this is bothering me. I was never used to anything like this. So I don't know. It's just crazy. Is it hard to get it? Now, will y'all take her and have her AI'd, or will Jareth. Since she's a nurse, she knows all that stuff. The man butterfly is so pretty. I want to get me a jersey. I think I finally have Rick talked into it. He kept telling me no, but now he's wanting to get. I can't remember what kind of pigs he's wanting to get. I'm wanting the Cooney Coons. He's wanting something else. Oh, the vet's going to come to the homestead. Well, that's good. Now, if a vet does it, will he guarantee it? Or is it just kind of a shot in the dark deal? Yeah, we went from bad stuff to bunny love. See, we just always all over the place in here. Oh, no. Well, let's pray it takes if it's not guaranteed. The conversation is hopping. Yes, it is. Hey, have y'all seen Jareth and Todd's rabbit colony? Speaking of rabbits, if not, y'all gotta check that thing out. It's cool. They got bunnies everywhere. I mean, he has it kind of fixed up like a zoo. They have their little tunnels they can go in, and it's pretty cool. Oh, you got to see it, Trying. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. It reminds you of a zoo. He has rabbits and chickens, and I don't remember the name of those other birds he was talking about in there. What is those other birds? Strange bird, a strange name. Is it something Chuck? No, I don't think that's right. Dang it, I can't think of the name of it. Chuckers. Yes, Chuckers. I got Chuck part of it right. Oh, well, then you'd enjoy theirs, Trying. I love to sit and watch those rabbits. And Jared scream at Willow. And Daniel. Now, was it Hannah that was not doing too good? Or do I have her confused with another one? Oh man, the lightning bugs has been crazy here for probably 2 months. Oh, no, 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 no. See. I can't do the snakes. I don't do spiders and I don't do snakes. Oh, I'm going to have to get off of here.
Jeez, you can talk for 2 hours.
Yeah, for 2 hours.
That's worse than me on my own FaceTime.
You didn't get it on video this time? I think when you videotape it, you just saying, I'm going to make Dana have bad dreams. I don't mind seeing the frogs. I like frogs. I like turtles. I like lizards. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Todd. Oh, that makes me sad. Now, Hannah was Willow's mama or Daniel's mom. I don't know. Crap, I get them all confused. Good night, Mary. Take care. Yeah, I'm going to have to get off of here, too. I've been on here for 2 hours. So, what, y'all, I'll let y'all go. Remember, the world is a better place because y'all are in it. Don't ever forget it. And I love y'all, each and every one. Y'all take care. Bye.